venture capital is defined in many ways by pattern matching.
Yep.
And this actually happened to me. When we were preparing to raise our Series A, we were doing a dry run of our pitch deck with one of our current investors. And I finished the pitch and asked him, I said, what do you think? And he said, I hate it. And I said, why? He's like, I hate all of it. I was like, okay, that's not really helpful. Let's get to specifics. And the first thing that he says is, well, first off, and he does a hand wave of me. And he's like, how do I pattern match you to Patrick Collison and Zach from Platt? And it was just like one of those moments where I was like, whoa, what is happening right now?
Wow.
And it kind of just struck me in that moment, like, oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot. I do look a little different. I remember reading years ago in the New York Times an expose they did on Paul Graham, who said he didn't mean it, but I think it was like one of the subconscious things where he said he's a sucker for investing in guys who look like Mark Zuckerberg. You don't look like Mark Zuckerberg. I don't look like Mark Zuckerberg. And so I think there's a lot of great talent that's out there in the market. And if you either have a pedigree from working at one of those companies or you look like those individuals, it's a lot easier to go in your career. Someone even created this is actually a true story. Someone created a fake LinkedIn page of a Stripe, a younger white male Stripe employee that wasn't real. Yeah. And VCs just started reaching out to him and being like, what project are you working on?
Preempting.
Yes, which is the funniest thing I've ever heard. But I think just wildly indicative of some of the subconscious things that are out there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't view myself as a victim. I don't give a shit about that. Like, I have a lot of confidence in myself, in our team. But I think that I'm willing to look past what is traditionally viewed as a product manager or an engineering lead and just hear how talented are they. I listen to a lot of what they actually say and how they produce and not the number of years that you've been doing this type of thing. And so I think that's how we've been able to create a more diverse team. But I think the part of it is there's no one silver bullet to this type of problem. There needs to be more capital managers. There needs to be more board members, more angel investors. There needs to be more early employees as well. Even when we were first starting the company, I did try to recruit a more diverse team. And one part that was very interesting was that for a lot of the engineers, they could get $50,000 to $75,000 more if they went to Google or Facebook, people of color. And a lot of the people, when I try to recruit them, would say, well, I have to send money home. I have to pay for my family. I have to do X, Y, and Z things. They can't take that type of risk. I mentioned at the beginning of this that I worked in management consulting. I was able to go to college for free, or effectively for free, and then I went into management consulting and saved a bunch of money. So I had no debt 2 years out, and I could take a big swing in terms of switching careers and get paid $3,000 a month to learn software engineering. My parents were rich, but I had that opportunity to do that. And so I think there's a lot of different factors that are involved. One of the things that we've done here at Finix is that we created a program called the Cap Table Coalition. And so basically it is a program that helps investors of color, Black and Latino, get access to top venture deals. And so basically, oftentimes when an early stage company is raising money, they need $50,000, $100,000 individual angel checks. Most people, especially from those backgrounds, don't have that kind of cash to just throw around. But they do want to be angel investors, and they want to understand how the fundraising and angel investing process looks like. And so instead, we help create SPVs, so special purpose vehicles, where we'll allow up to 100 people to invest in a specific company, and we'll manage that process on the behalf of the company so that it doesn't tie up their resources. And people can put in checks as low as $1,000 or up to $1 million. And so we've put in tens of millions of dollars now to work through that program. There's over 800 people.
Yeah, I have quite a few friends who've participated.
Oh, really? Yeah. No, it's amazing. And so at Finix, we dedicate 10% of every single round is available for the Cap Table Coalition. And we've had a number of other companies who've taken that pledge. All it takes is one Uber outcome for millions of dollars to then get put back into these angel investors. And we've had people start their own funds. We're very much focused on Finix becoming a generational outcome that is going to be a life-changing opportunity, not just for investors, but for all the Phoenicians here. And having that experience from going to those early stages to a massive publicly traded payment company is going to create a lot of opportunities for a lot of different people. And so people always say mission-driven companies. I have a few different missions for myself and for this company and for the team members who are here. And changing what people typically think of as the face of Silicon Valley is definitely one of those missions.